hope to be a new friend. I love his music. I've been listening to him for forever. And when I was doing the background, I was just blown away by this one fact I'm going to share with y'all. First off, let me introduce y'all to musician Adam Hawley. Hey, Adam, how you feeling today, man?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Wow. We were just talking. What time is it there? You're in California, right?
Yeah, it's 10 a.m., but I've already been up for about 4 or 5 hours. I get up early, work out, then I always take my son to school. He's in 8th grade.
Oh.
And then I get in front of the computer about 8 a.m., start working on emails and getting the day going.
Well, cool. Well, let's talk some music about Adam Hawley. The little tidbit that I did not know your first album you signed with Earth, Wind and Fire's Maurice White's label. I didn't know that.
Yes, that's correct. I mean, obviously, it was a huge honor as a new artist to have. Actually, my first 2 albums came out on Kalimba Music, which was founded by Maurice White, as you said, and just to be a part of his team as well. The president of the label had been with him for 30 years. So had the vice president, had also 30-plus years. And then my A&R executive was new to Maurice, but he had been with Warner Brothers for over 30 years and had been a part of Breaking Prince as an artist and so many other legendary individuals. So, it was an amazing place to get started, for sure.
Cool. Well, how did that happen for you? How did you happen to meet all these great people?
Well, there's a lot of great towns for music. I was not from one of them. I'm from Oregon, which is a gorgeous place to grow up. But in terms of, doing something in the industry, you got to get to a little bit bigger market. So for me, it was natural to move to L.A. Being from the West Coast, it was only a 2-hour flight, 16-hour drive when I moved down there. So I moved to L.A. in 2002 and studied at the University of Southern California. And long story short, just was able to make a lot of contacts over the years and started touring in 2008 with the Manhattan Transfer and Natalie Cole, Jennifer Lopez, and Backstreet Boys, and then moved on to working with some contemporary jazz greats like Brian Culbertson and Dave Koz. But to directly answer your question, I have to shout out to Greg Manning, fantastic piano player, keyboardist, artist, and he was already signed with them. And he heard my new record when I finished it and said, "Man, this is great. Let me send it over to them." And then Ted Joseph came down, saw my show. He was the A&R exec, and was like, "Hey, let's do this." Cool. So I signed in May of 2015. And then right away they said, "You know what? We're going to wait until early 2016 to put out your record." And that was the longest 8 months of my life. The album was done. It was mastered. It was ready to go. But they had the foresight to see, hey, you know what? As a new artist, we think we can break you if you come out top of the year when everyone's excited about new music. And sure enough, they were exactly right. That first single came out and was #1 for 5 weeks on Billboard in 2016, and the rest is history.
Yeah, man. Tell me about it. You're actually your #1 right now on the Smooth Jazz chart.
Correct. Yeah, that chart is an album chart, so they're counting all the spins from all of your songs off a particular project, and I just had a #1 single, and so that song is still getting some spins, and then I have a new song that just came out. So we feel really fortunate. Shout out to my radio promoter, Jason Goroff. He always does an amazing job.
Yeah.
And we're 3 weeks and counting on the album chart, which is awesome.
Excellent, man. You've got a lot of work behind you. Which of those projects would you say was probably your most favorite to work on?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. My goal with every album is to make it even better than the one before. So I'm most proud of my newest project. It's called Rising Up. It came out. It was released in the fall of 2021. and it was written in the midst of everything that was crazy in 2020. I was stuck at home just like everyone else, and I started writing. And that record, I'm just really proud of it. We've had 2 number ones off of it already, and the new song is doing really well. So yeah, I'm really proud of that record, and with a little help of my friends, got some great artists on there being featured as well. Julian Vaughn, Steve Cole, Vincent Ingala, Riley Richard, and as always, my lovely wife, Kat Hawley. We featured her on track 10 on that. So yeah, very excited about the new record.
That's cool. So does your wife travel with you when you go on tour? Which, right? Seems
She
like you always
does.
are.
Yeah, she makes almost every gig, and really the only time she doesn't come is if there's a family conflict or a scheduling conflict or a wedding or something like that. But no, she's at pretty much all the shows, and she's a fantastic addition to the show. Not only do we feature her on a couple numbers, but there's quite a few of my songs that have some vocals in them as well. So it's a lot of fun, and we get to travel the world together. So you can't beat it.
No joke. That is a great deal. A lot of folks always ask, what's it like to actually work with your spouse, and don't you get sick of each other? But I worked with my spouse for a while, and I told him, I said, it's just kind of like hanging out with your best friend every day. Don't you think so?
100%. And our favorite thing, too, is whenever we're in a particular part of the country or the world, for that matter, is really digging into the cuisine. So if we're, in California, we don't have a lot of the best barbecue. So definitely when we're in the South, we try to get some good barbecue or soul food or something. If we're if we're by the water, we try to get some great seafood, et cetera, et cetera. So, we always enjoy that, and, try to get the best of, wherever we are, whatever locale we're in.
Now, you teach also, right?
I do, yeah. I've taught at 4 different colleges over the years, but currently I'm at Saddleback College, which is in Orange County, south of Los Angeles, and I was trying to count up the years. I think it's 8 or 9 years that I've been there, and really have a lot of fun there. I've got some fantastic students, and yeah, it's definitely a balancing act. But I was able to work it out this semester. I just go down there one day on Tuesdays, and Tuesday's a great day because it's rare that I'm traveling on a Tuesday. Okay. If I have a show on a Sunday, I'll fly home Monday. And exactly the same thing on the other side. It's rare that I have something earlier in the week than maybe Thursday. So yeah, so it's great. For right now, I've got 6 students down there, and we're having a lot of fun. We just hit the halfway point of the semester, and they're doing great.
Cool. Do they recognize who you are?
Oh yeah, it's fun. Actually, I've had quite a few of them come by my shows, and which is always a blast. And so yeah, no, it's great. And fortunately, I've got the faculty. They're really supportive. The chair of the department I teach in, she's all on board and appreciates that I'm out touring, and also I do quite a bit of production as a producer for different artists, and so they appreciate that I bring that experience into the classroom and can convey with the students, hey, this is what I'm up to. This is what's going on in the industry currently, and I can kind of share that with them. So.
That's a good thing. You said you had a son who's in the 8th grade. Does he recognize what you do for a living?
Oh yes, and he's completely over it. So he's pretty funny. He's he's heard every song a million times, and he's seen the show a million times. So it's pretty hilarious. He's like, yeah, there's another show. But it's fun to have him come out, and people always love to see him at the shows, and he's doing pretty good, getting sociable with everybody, and he was at one of my shows a couple months ago and was doing a great job. Everyone knows who he is, even if he doesn't know who they are. So So and then if I can bend his arm, I get him to help out with CDs, and that always bumps up sales. You know, he puts on puts on a little hey, I'm trying to go to college. You want to buy my dad's record? So that never hurts either.
No, it does not. Well, tour-wise, you are out on tour. How many dates did you have left? I'm looking at this list, and it looks long.
Yeah, definitely. So in 2022, last year, we had 65 shows, and we're trending that way for this year as well. I've done 9 so far, and we've got another 44 books. So, yeah, we're at 50, I think we're at 53, but I think we'll easily hit, if not surpass, our total from last year. So I feel, as I always say, I'm humbled by the response and feel fortunate, and we love bringing the music to everybody. We've got the new record that we're touring, and of course we throw in some numbers from the past records as well. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, we've got a lot of dates coming up. We're excited.
Cool. Last question: best concert you put on? Your favorite of all time?
Oh, that's a great question. We've had some great ones. I remember we did a concert in Mallorca, Spain, back in 2017, and we finished the show. And my show more or less has a built-in encore in it. So a lot of times, by the time we get through all of that, the audience has gotten their money's worth, and usually we're done. Mm-hmm. And so, man, from all the way in the back in the dressing room, it was just a thunderous applause and stamping of the feet. And the promoter looked at me, he said, I think you're going to have to go back out there. And so that was quite a tremendous response. So that was an incredible show. And I'm trying to think, that's definitely a highlight, but most of the shows have really been fantastic, and so like I said, we appreciate the support, and we're having fun with it.
Cool. Where can they find your music and tour dates at?
Definitely. Well, a great place to start always is my website, adamhawley.com. And you can really get to anywhere on there. You can get to my records. You can purchase autographed copies, which I send out personally. Cool. You can get to my tour dates. You can get on my mailing list. Then of course I'm on all of the socials. You just type in my name, you'll find me there. And if you like streaming music, I'm on all of those as well. So definitely. Appreciate everyone out there, and but yeah, I would say go there first, adamhawley.com.
Cool beans. Well, Adam Hawley, thank you so very much, man. I am going to play for them from the Double Vision Just Dance.
Love it. Appreciate you. Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome, man. You have a great day. Look forward to when you come to our area. I will be in the audience. I'll be the guy screaming really, really loud.
That sounds great. Let's do it.
All right, Adam Hawley, take care of yourself. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Thanks.